we need to talk neighborhood. We need to talk strategy, right? And I'm so sick of seeing people fluffing you guys, right? And it seems like Memphis, of all the markets I operate in, Memphis is the worst one, right? So I want to bring up a tale of two neighborhoods. It's a brand spanking new house, and they're going to put a tenant in there for you completely free. You're going to get a whole free year of property management, and this is going to be a nice, safe, stable investment. I don't want you guys buying houses in the ghetto unless you know you're buying houses in the ghetto, okay? Really want you to think about that. That's what we're talking about today, right? We're going to talk about that, why I give you this property that my friends over at Rent to Retirement are selling to you. 5186 Broken Oak, Memphis, okay? Coming to you at $189,900. Brand new house, okay? It's a brand spanking new house, and they're going to put a tenant in there for you completely free. You're going to get a whole free year of property management, and this is going to be a nice, safe, stable investment. It's in a solid, low-risk neighborhood, okay? I have made a lot of money investing in the ghetto. You can make a lot of money investing in the ghetto. I have made a lot of money investing in safe neighborhoods like this one. You can make a lot of money investing in safe neighborhoods like this one. But what you can't do, what I can't do, is I can't make money if I think I'm investing in a safe neighborhood, but I'm actually buying in the ghetto. And that is a big problem that I see in the Memphis market specifically. It happens all over the country, but specifically in Memphis, dude, there are so many people positioning you guys, talking to you guys about turnkey properties. It seems like Memphis has like 50 turnkey providers, right? And a lot of them, they're giving out false information, right? So you see the pictures of the home, right? All the fixtures, everything's beautiful, right? We don't really even need to discuss too much of the house because it's all done. It's exactly what you want, right? Everything is brand new, okay? So everything's new. Your electrical, new. Plumbing, new. Roof, new. Everything. Everything's new. All the fixtures are great, okay? We need to talk neighborhood. We need to talk strategy, right? And I'm so sick of seeing people fluffing you guys, right? And it seems like Memphis, of all the markets I operate in, Memphis is the worst one, right? So I want to bring up a tale of two neighborhoods. This is the neighborhood for 5186 Broken Oak, okay? Now you see this? This is where the house is right now, okay? It's a brand new house, so Google doesn't yet have it, right? But this is what you get when you buy a property in a nice, stable neighborhood, right? Look at all these nice, well-kept up properties, okay? You see that? Look at that. Well-kept up lawns, okay? Everything is looking pretty good. The houses are a pretty decent size. The yards are a nice size, okay? Nothing crazy. This is a nice, stable neighborhood. You're going to get a lot of owner-occupants mixed in with tenants, right? So if we have the opportunity as investors to buy a rental property in a neighborhood where we actually have a bunch of owner occupants, that is going to make our lives easier because the risk of those tenants being criminals or crooks, it's much lower. We get a higher tenant base. When we do our tenant screening, it's much easier to get in tenants with no eviction history, good job history, credit, income, the whole thing, right? You don't have to deal with that kind of stuff. And then when we go to sell, we have the option to sell the property to other rental investors, which is cool. But we also have the opportunity to sell the property vacant, and you could sell it to first-time home buyers, right? You get a lot of first-time home buyers in these types of neighborhoods, right? And doing that is going to continue to drive up your price, right? Because the people that actually want to live in these houses themselves, they're going to pay a premium, okay? Now, when you go to invest in the ghetto, you don't get that, okay? You can only sell to rental investors. And I'm not saying you have to invest in a nice neighborhood like this. You can never invest in the ghetto. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying what you can't do is listen to somebody who's telling you you're investing in a nice, stable neighborhood that should look like this, but in reality, you're overpaying and you actually bought a property in the ghetto. So if you're going to go to a market, a place like Memphis, and you're going to be talking to a lot of salesmen and turnkey sellers, you need to be able to identify the differences, okay? Because you can make money in stable neighborhoods, you can make money in the ghetto. You can't make money in the ghetto if you pay a stable neighborhood price. And there are so many scammers out there that are targeting out-of-state investors, targeting new investors, people that are coming to Memphis that don't know any better. They're targeting you guys, and they are getting you to buy stuff in the ghetto, but telling you it's safe and stable, right? So this is what a true safe, stable neighborhood looks like, okay? This is what you're going to get if you're going to buy something that is stable, that's going to have a decent amount of owner occupants. Now, here's another neighborhood in Memphis. This is the ghetto, okay? This is what a neighborhood in the ghetto looks like, right? You got the fucking Chrysler 300 right here, okay? That's a drug dealer, okay? There is nobody who drives this car in a neighborhood like this who isn't a drug dealer, okay? And, you know, these guys right here, parking in the front yard on the grass behind the fence. That guy's probably a drug dealer too. Okay, this is actually this guy is probably the neighborhood drug dealer, and he probably also owns the Chrysler 300. I would assume that's his. That's all his, right? But this is what a neighborhood in the ghetto looks like, right? So anytime someone tries to sell you a property and they're telling you, oh, it's a nice stable neighborhood or this or that, just do a nice Google Street search like I'm doing. Do you see the difference? Okay, do you see the difference in the neighborhood? Look, here's your little fucking, you know, corner fucking business that looks all fucking closed up. Like, come on. Like, you see the differences here in these two neighborhoods? Like, how well kept up everything was in the last one, and then, you know, you get to here, right? Like, this is a ghetto, right? And you could buy properties in the ghetto. Again, I'm not saying you can't, guys, but you can't pay a price or have an expectation of anything other than like ghetto Section 8 investments. Like, we do a lot of ghetto Section 8 investments, and there's nothing wrong with it, but you have to get the prices and the properties, the prices need to come down to account for the risks and stuff associated with the properties, right? So the biggest thing is not falling for the tricks, okay? Not falling for the tricks that a lot of the salesmen will give you, right? So you take what we have here, right? You know, now you know exactly what is what. I'm trying to separate this so I could like pull these. I want to pull these for you so you could see like just screen on screen here, man. Just bear with me. I'm like a fucking 38-year-old boomer. It feels like I'm trying to get this shit set up for you guys, but I really just want you guys to be able to look at like, just god damn it. I need this to work. Look at this, side by side. Here we go. That's what I'm trying to do. Look at that. Stable neighborhood right next to a friggin' hood-ass neighborhood, right? Let's see here. See that? See the differences here, folks? Let's go down to where'd the drug dealer's house go? That's like the best picture. You see the differences? Okay. Right here, you're in the hood. Right here, you're not in the hood, okay? Stability, ghetto. You can make money here, you can make money here, but you'll never, ever, ever, ever make money here if somebody tells you you're buying here. If you're paying a price to be in a neighborhood like this, but you're actually in a neighborhood like this, there's nothing that will save you. There's no Superman himself can be your property manager, and you will never, ever recoup the amount of money you lost if you buy a property in a neighborhood like this when you paid the price for a neighborhood like this, right? So what you guys see today from us and Red to Retirement is a nice low-risk investment in a solid neighborhood. If that's what you're looking for, that's what this property is, okay? You're paying more than if you were in this neighborhood, of course, but let me tell you what. No property manager, no matter how good at marketing and rental property ads and tenant screening, you will never get somebody who can afford and wants to live in a neighborhood like this. You will never get a person who wants to live in this type of a neighborhood in Memphis to move in to a neighborhood like this, okay? It doesn't matter how nice the house is. You could have fucking gold toilets in that motherfucker. Nobody that wants to live here, that is of a quality person that's going to live in a neighborhood like this, is going to live in a neighborhood where something like this is on their street. It's just not going to happen. I know people are like, oh, you got to get good property management. No, motherfucker, that's not how this works. Okay, so when you're doing your tenant screening for neighborhoods like this, you have to understand the entire quality of the tenant base is going to be lower. Because again, people that want to live here, that can afford to live here, that have credit and income and job history that dictates they should be able to live in a neighborhood like this, they ain't ever fucking moving to a neighborhood like this, folks. And when you have a property in a neighborhood like this and you decide it's time for you to sell it, you're only really going to be able to sell it to one person, and that's another investor, right? Because this is not a neighborhood where a bunch of first-time home buyers are wanting to move in. These types of neighborhoods in Memphis are primarily driven by rental property investors. There's very few owner-occupants here, unlike here. So keep all that in mind when you're running your numbers and you're going through it, right? When you're running your numbers and stuff and you're doing your calculations like, oh, my turnovers, my evictions, things of that nature, worlds apart in relation to what you're going to get, right? So if you're looking for safe, stable investments, 5186 Broken Oak, reach out to Rent to Retirement. Info should be on the screen right now. If it's not, it's in the show notes below.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to HoltonWiseTV for more financial information, education, and entertainment.